All-Ireland Senior Hurling Semi-Final. Galway won 3-0, Clare won 3-0, after extra time by John Harrington at Croke Park. This was the greatest match yet of the 2018 All-Ireland Senior Hurling Championship, and that's saying something. Galway and Clare served up pure, undiluted drama, and in the end the only fair result was the one we got, the draw after extra time that ensures both teams will battle it out again in Semple Stadium next Sunday at 2 p.m. It was fitting too that the last-gasp equaliser from Clare substitute Jason McCarthy was as epic as the match itself. The allotted 3 minutes of injury time in the second half of extra time were up when Clare goalkeeper Donald Tuohy took a puck out, but rather than blast it down the field as far as he could, he picked out Colm Galvin with a short pass. With the whole stadium a high-pitched frenzy of noise, Clare somehow kept their cool as they worked the ball patiently downfield through Galvin, Conor Cleary and David Fitzgerald until it came to McCarthy, who held his nerve and shot the sly tar between the posts. Early in the match this sort of epic climax would hardly seem likely because it looked like Galway were going to swat Clare aside with impressive ease. They had opened up a 1-7-0-1 lead by the 16th minute and up to that point were completely dominant in all facets of the game. As much as anything else, the contest was a physical mismatch. Clare were smashed backwards in the tackle, and whenever there was a ruck for possession a man in a maroon jersey emerged with the ball more often than not. Conor Cooney's goal after 15 minutes was a vivid illustration of just how much Clare were struggling in the physical exchanges. As Patrick O'Connor attempted to collect a loose ball around the square, he was leveraged aside by Jonathan Glynn, who managed to get his hurley to the ball first and direct it into the path of Cooney, who finished from close range. Conor Cooney celebrates after scoring a goal for Galway against Clare in the All-Ireland SHC semi-final. A minute later Joe Canning landed a point from play and Galway were 9 to the good and seemingly in total control. It was then that the Clare management made a tactical switch that had a huge impact on the game, as they detailed Colm Galvin to drop deep and playing in front of his beleaguered full-back line as a sweeper. Clare were suddenly transformed. Galvin began hoovering up the long Galway deliveries that until then had been causing wreck in the Clare defence, and his accurate distribution put the banner on the front foot. Tony Kelly and Peter Duggan thundered into the game as Clare outscored Galway by 0-8 to 0-1 between the 18th and 33rd minutes to leave just 2 points between the teams. Galway had scored the last 2 points of the half to lead by 4 at half-time, but considering how fast they had started and the fact that they also hit 12 wides in the first half, they surely had mixed emotions going to the dressing room. The longer the game went on, the better it got. Clare's confidence was growing all the time, and they were given another surge of momentum by John Conlon in the second half. He'd come off second best to Davy Burke in the first half, but now it was the Clare man coming out on top in a ferociously physical battle that was worth the price of admission on its own. Held scoreless in the first half by Burke, he would score 4 points in the second, all of them quality. Shane O'Donnell was also now posing a fresh threat to the Galway defence, and when Clare closed to within 1 point of the tribesmen by the 41st minute, they looked like the team with the momentum. Clare's Aaron Shanager celebrates after scoring a goal against Galway in the All-Ireland SHC semi-final. Clare substitute Jason McCarthy celebrates his last-gasp equaliser against Galway in the All-Ireland SHC semi-final. As would soon become apparent though, this match would ebb and flow constantly and you could never be sure about what was going to happen next. Galway captain David Burke decided it was his turn to take the game by the scruff of the neck, and he scored 2 of a 4-point Galway salvo that pushed them 5 points clear. Not for long, just 4 minutes in fact, because Clare then hit the afterburners to score 5 points in a row and level the game up for the first time since the throw-in. Clare looked like the team with greater energy, but there's a self-assurance that comes with being a reigning All-Ireland champion, and Galway stuck implacably to the task. Joe Canning, especially, was having a major influence on the game. 2 points from play from him steadied Galway again, and as the match ticked into the final 10 minutes it looked like the tribesmen's survival instincts would see them home. They did well to capitalise on a couple of Clare errors to move 1-23-0-23 ahead after 66 minutes, but we should have known by now that there was more drama to come. Tony Kelly produced yet another brilliant touch in a match of many when he spun over a sideline cut from a tight angle, and then Conlon reduced the deficit to the minimum. The Sliatar pinballed all over the place in injury time until eventually that man Kelly came up trumps for Clare again when he won a free that Duggan converted to bring the match to extra time. Clare smelled blood, but in the first half of extra time it was as if they didn't know how to go in for the kill as they hit 7 wides in that 10-minute period alone. Galway were on the ropes, but somehow led by 1-26-0-27 at the end of the first period of extra time. By now they had lost 2 Toti McFigures to injury, Gearoid McInerney and Joe Canning, and they were struck another body blow right at the start of the second period of extra time when Clare sub Aaron Shanager struck for brilliantly taken goal to put the banner into the lead for the first time in the match. Galway gritted their teeth, stuck to the task, and when they scored 3 points in a row in the dying minutes of extra time it looked as though they had somehow found a way to win. But then came that late, great equaliser from McCarthy that ensured this epic match ended in a fitting climax. Scorers for Galway: Joe Canning 0-12, 6F2 sidelines, Conor Cooney 1-1, Cathal Mannion 0-4, David Burke 0-3, Conor Whelan 0-3, Jason Flynn 0-3, 1F, Johnny Cohen 0-2, Jonathan Glynn 0-1, Niall Burke 0-1. Scorers for Clare: Peter Duggan 0-14, 11F, John Conlon 0-4, Aaron Shanager 1-0, Shane O'Donnell 0-3, Tony Kelly 0-3, 1 sideline, Ian Galvin 0-2, David Fitzgerald 0-1, David Reedy 0-1, Jason McCarthy 0-1, Colm Galvin 0-1. Galway: James Scale, Adrian Tuohy, Davy Burke, John Hanbury, Padraig Mannion, Gearoid McInerney, Aidan Hart, Johnny Cohen, David Burke, Cathal Mannion, Joe Canning, Joseph Cooney, Conor Whelan, Conor Cooney, Jonathan Glynn. Subs: Niall Burke for Joseph Cooney, 52, Paul Killeen for Gearoid McInerney, 54, Jason Flynn for Conor Cooney, 63, Sean Loftus for Adrian Tuohy, 70, Joseph Cooney for David Burke, 82, Conor Cooney for Conor Whelan, 82, Davy Glennon for Joe Canning, 83. Clare: Donald Tui, David McInerney, Patrick O'Connor, Jack Brown, Steve Namori, Conor Cleary, Jamie Shanahan, Colm Galvin, Cathal Malone, Peter Duggan, Tony Kelly, David Reedy, Padraig Collins, John Conlon, Shane O'Donnell. Subs: David Fitzgerald for Cathal Malone, 47, Conor McGrath for Padraig Collins, 59, Ian Galvin for David Reedy, 60, Aaron Shanager for Shane O'Donnell, 67, Shane O'Donnell for Conor McGrath, 82, Jason McCarthy for Jamie Shanahan, 82. Ref: James Owens, Wexford.